An early disbursement of $250,000 has been approved by the Scottsbluff City Council to one local company. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a local multi-million-dollar company has been expanding at such a fast rate it needed to turn to the Scottsbluff LB 840 committee for an early payout on its loan. Prime Metal Products was slated to receive a $250,000 disbursement in January of 2023, but as they are tracking at $18 million in annual sales, they need to increase their purchasing power. President Herb Gibson addressed the Scottsbluff City Council last Monday to provide an update on the business.
But we're sales are great. It's we're above 50 employees on a consistent basis, and we've got just trying to get the January 1st funding in the end about 40 days early.
He adds that the national HVAC industry is seeing incredible growth as American buildings retool ventilation systems to meet clean air requirements. Well, a Colorado-based automotive company is assuming the Ford dealership in Scottsbluff. Transwest is seeking a conditional use permit for the property located at 1515 East 20th Street, which has been the home of Fremont Motors. The application says under Fremont, the dealership was a legal, non-conforming use after the zoning for the property had been changed in the 1990s from C3 to C2, where a special use permit is required. If the permit is ultimately approved by the City Council, Transwest would continue the sales, service, and retail operations of the current Ford dealership. We'll have more news right after this.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Welcome back. An inmate from Scottsbluff County currently serving a 31 to 64 year prison sentence on a myriad of weapons charges has been found guilty on federal drug distribution charges. 38-year-old Ray Camacho Sr. was found guilty earlier this month of conspiracy to distribute a controlled substance and conspiracy to commit money laundering following a federal jury trial in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Prosecutors say Camacho Sr. was the leader of a large drug trafficking organization that was responsible for the distribution of at least 120 pounds of methamphetamine. They say Camacho arranged and orchestrated multi-pound deliveries of methamphetamine from Mexico through three-way phone calls made from the South Dakota State Penitentiary. Authorities say Camacho was the last of 22 defendants involved in the drug trafficking organization to be found guilty, and he faces a mandatory minimum of an additional 10 years in prison when he's sentenced. Well, new teachers hired on at Scottsbluff Public Schools in the next 2 years will be eligible for a bonus. The Scottsbluff Board of Education on Monday night approved an amendment to the current teacher contract to provide an additional $3,000 to new certified staff members who hire on in the next 2 school years. Superintendent Dr. Andrew Dick tells KNEB News with fewer people entering the profession, the district took the step to be competitive in the education job market.
A teacher that may be considering offers opportunities from multiple school districts. We're hoping that little extra money will incentivize them, entice them to accept a position with Scottsbluff Public Schools.
The bonus would be $1,000 per year, split evenly between the employee's September and May paychecks for a maximum of 3 years. Repayment of a previously received bonus would not be required should the employee leave before completion of the school year. And Eastern Wyoming College is sponsoring a community meeting hosted by EWC Faculty Senate and EWC's Staff Alliance this week. The meeting will give the public an opportunity to hear from college representatives, including new EWC President Dr. Jeffrey Hawes. There will be a short presentation updating the community on recent, current, and future activity at the community college, followed by time for questions and answers. The meeting takes place tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. in the EWC Fine Arts Auditorium on the Torrington campus.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
I really like how our OB department takes our limited amount of doctors and turns it into a strength. Even though we only have a couple of people, you get to know them well over your entire pregnancy. We have 2 state-of-the-art labor rooms that are new with our last addition. We have a couple of very nice postpartum rooms also right here in the hospital, so they can get as much time with mom and baby as possible.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Shiva, a 2-year-old domestic short-hair cat that has been at the Panhandle Humane Society for 3 whole months. Staff say she's a princess and is a strong-willed, independent cat that still needs a great forever home. All Shiva needs is somebody to give her the chance to show you how great she is. Her adoption cost is $50, and that includes her spay, microchipping, and all vaccinations. Plus, whoever adopts this sweet girl will also get a $25 Murdoch's gift card.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
Looking for free instead of fees? Platte Valley Bank can help you keep your finances moving forward with no ATM fees. Whether you're headed to the lake, the mountains, or just to the grocery store, you can enjoy the freedom of free ATM access anywhere, anytime. Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
And finally tonight, a group of local student athletes recently joined forces to help raise funds for a great cause. The Minutair Cheer Squad recently held a Pie in the Face fundraiser, with all proceeds going to the Festival of Hope. Last week, senior cheer squad members Ashlyn Lopez and Aaliyah Garza were able to present a $635 check to the Cancer Treatment Center at Regional West. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.